Hey. Well, good morning, my little darlings. Well, it's Christmas time, and with Christmas, we do some baking. Of course, that's just the fun part of having Christmas now, isn't it? The traditional baking, the nice big turkey lurkey, and it's always something to look forward to. And today, we're going to cook some shortbread cookies. I have not made this recipe before, so it's kind of like you're coming along for the ride because I don't really know. But I got everything out according to the recipe. I had to Google it, or Wanda it actually. I wanted how to make it, so I asked Wanda. That's Google, right? So it calls for one and a half sticks of butter. Oh, let's see. Well, this is the butter we have down here, and it's this stuff here in particular is unsalted butter. This one, the recipe calls for salted butter, but it's still too hard to use, so I'm gonna use this one. When you get the butter off the thing like this, instead of throwing it into the garbage, you take this and that's what you grease your pan with. So I usually just save that and make ends meet, you know how it is. That's just the way it is, okay? So it calls for 1.5 of these. So let me see where there's a knife. I'm gonna cut it in half. And 1.5. See, look how much is left on there. There's quite a bit. Don't let that go to waste. Okay, now 1.5 cups of, or 1.5 sticks of flour. And what do we do here? You combine the sugar and the butter together. Now here's the butter, and the sugar that we're going to use is icing sugar. It's a powdered sugar, which is kind of nice because the other sugar, which is granulated, it takes a little longer to dissolve, or it'll just make your cookies gritty, and you don't want gritty cookies. Shortbread cookies gritty? Are you kidding me? So, how much is this? 1/2 cup. I don't half the cup. I only have a whole cup. So that's an inside joke. But what I'm going to do oops, that's about 1/2 cup, is I'm going to sift this because it's quite lumpy, and I'm telling you, it's really hard to get the lumps out. So I got the sifter down here somewhere. Oh, where is it? Oh, got it. Sifter. Take this, put it in there, and then I use my spatula to just kind of work it through, and it's nice. It takes all the lumps out. It's so much more. It's easy. Makes it so much more pleasurable to do. Try not to get the lumps. Oh man, I don't know about you, but I've had lumps in it, and it's like I might as well just start from scratch. So, okay, so we're gonna do this. Put the sugar in, and then what does it say to do to it? Oh, beat it. Beat your sugar. So okay, do this. But the thing is, you guys, well, I could use a whisk, but now all the butter will stick in there. No, what was I thinking? I could use a spoon, which we know how good wooden spoons can be, to blend it in, but it doesn't get it the fluffiness. It has to get really good and fluffy. So I'm going to use the beater, the mix master beater thing. But the issue with this is I only have one thing, because this side here is broken, or is it this side? This side's broken, so this one's the only side that works. So I'm gonna put one of these on my wish list. So my Amazon wish list, or my Christmas wish list. Anyhow, let's make sure it's turned off before I plug it in. And there's the fat end. Oh, here, I'll just plug it into the Christmas lights. No, I won't. There's one fat end on this and one skinny end on this, so hang on. so small you can't even see them. But there's one that's fatter than the other, okay? Usually I put an X on the top up here. That X goes up, you know what I mean? But there's not all this thing. So turn this thing around and get it plugged in. Okay. And the thing is you gotta test it, because if you put it right in like that, sometimes you just get a little powder puff. And so, yeah, it's working. Can you see that? It's kind of going everywhere. Well, maybe I should have had a deeper bowl, because I'm probably going to have to wash the clothes I'm wearing after I finish making this. But anyhow, you mix it in thoroughly. Beat it. And it would go so much better if there was two of those little thingies. Round and round and round. Come on. I used to have one of those KitchenAids, but it's in Canada and I'm down here in Mexico. So maybe I should put that on my wish list too, huh? Oh, that would be so nice. Oh, here it goes. That'd be so nice to have a KitchenAid. Oh my God. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Now it's really mixing good. White. If you're going to get me KitchenAid, white, okay? Hang on. I'm going to set this in this thing, because I don't want to get this on the counter. So I'll just set it in the wooden spoon, pick up the little bits and pieces that are on the counter. And I'm just going to give this a scraping out. Get it all to the edge. Just look at that. Butter and sugar. What more could you ask for? Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give it a little bit more. Mix. Okay, I think that should be good enough. We'll know in a bit, believe me. Okay, so out of the way. And the cords are stiff. That's what I really like about the KitchenAid. It's like it's all just one big unit. You don't have to screw around with all that other shit. Okay, so now what? What do we do? Add flour, cornstarch, and vanilla. So 1 cup of flour. Oh, and it said to sift it. Now just set that in there like that. Take a cup. Oops, that's about a cup. And 2 tablespoons. I don't know why they would say a cup and 2 tablespoons. Why don't they just go a cup and 1/8 or some stupid thing like that? But oh no, they're gonna make it difficult. So I'm gonna sift this through, bang it on your hand, and it just kind of does what it's supposed to do. Okay, so there we go, done with this. All right, cornstarch, 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And that's what this stuff is. Cornstarch, 1/4 cup. I don't know if I have one of those things. I do. See, why do they make these where you can't read them? Like, what are they thinking? Why would they do that to old people? Anyhow, you have to have the light just right so you can see what size it is. 1/3 cup. But you know what I do sometimes when it's like that? I'll take my handy dandy felt pen and I'll scribble over it like that. See, like that? And then I'll take the tissue and I'll wipe off the excess. Look at it, now you can read it. Like, why wouldn't they do that at the manufacturers? Like, come on, think about it. Okay, so anyhow, this is 1/3 cup, so I have to use a little bit less than this because a 1/4 is less than a third. So here we go. About, I would say, that much. Whatever. Put it in there, sift it through. And then I'm going to mix this up. I think I'll do it with a spatula because it might be the right thing to do. Okay, just mix it up. Well, maybe it's not. Okay, hang on. I think I'll do it with a beater. But it says do not, in big letters, do not overmix. So, anyhow, hope for the best. Mix it all up really good. This isn't going too bad at all. Hang on. I gotta add the vanilla. What did I do with that? Okay, so it calls for a half a teaspoon of vanilla, but who measures, right? I mean, this is pure vanilla. Like, it's not that extract stuff. It's really good. Oh, it smells so lovely. So I always think this is usually about a teaspoon. So I'm going to use a half a capful. I'm going to use a whole capful because I like vanilla. It'll just make your sugar or your shortbread cookies a little browner, but that don't matter. It'll be delicious anyhow. Okay, so screw this up. Looking good. She's out there watching me. Well, it's still pretty floury. It's kind of all over the counter too. It's really important to make sure you wash your counter first because half the recipe, or not half, but a good portion of it, ends up on the counter and you just have to scrape it back off the counter, put it back in the bowl, mix it in, it's good to go. Okay. Now you see, if I had my KitchenAid, I should probably unplug this because if I bump it, this thing starts to go and it kind of bounces all over the kitchen counter and it's just not a good thing. I'm gonna mix this up. Well, it's a lot more powderier than I thought it would be. This is my first time, so let's just go with this. Oh. See what I mean about getting all over the counter? It's like, there we go. Oh, this is coming together nicely. Oh yeah, okay. See, look at it, starting to thicken up. I guess I just needed the KitchenAid. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Oh, I just need one, okay? Yeah, anyhow. Oh, look at that, that's perfect. Okay, so then you take these, look at that. Isn't that just like, hello? That's how easy this is. It's a really easy recipe. I've never done it before, but it's, you know, so far so good. And a spoon, get it off here. Oh, shit. Get it off here. There. Ta-da. Okay, so now we got this in here. I need to get the cookie sheet pan that I'm going to use. And I'm not sure where, I think it might be in the oven. Now I'm going to grab it. I think I have to butter it, so let me just hang on a bit. All right, let's just see what we can do over here. All right, here it is. Because I'm not using the big oven in the house, I'm using the little oven. It's a little convection oven. Oh man, I'm telling you, that thing's worth its weight in gold. Why heat the whole house up if you don't have to? Just a little bit like that. And now this is where this comes in handy. You see what I mean? You take these, you butter the pan. It looks like a charm. What more could you ask for? And you don't get your fingers all buttery. I'll use this one a little bit more. There we go. Ta-da. Okay, so now we take these. They said to put some cornstarch on your hand so that the dough doesn't stick to your hand, but I'm just going to use flour. All right, here we go. We take them. Some people will roll these out and make the proper, these little square shortbreads, you know, the little fork holes in it. Yeah, okay. Take a little bit, about a teaspoonful. Just make a little ball. Oh yeah, that looks quite nice. And just plop it down there. And you continue doing that with all of them. And I'm just gonna probably make 12 on this sheet, but this recipe here has it where you can do it for like 100 cookies if you're doing one of those, like a lot of ladies do those Christmas baked cookies share things, you know, where everybody gets together and everybody makes a couple dozen or whatever cookies and they exchange them and you have a whole bunch of cookies of different flavors, different kinds. So this would work for that too. Okay, so when you go like this, you put them on here. I'm going to continue yammering while I'm doing this. So just to let you know that we're pretty happy to be here with you guys. And I hope that you're really enjoying the channel and the variety. We have quite a little variety. I mean, sometimes there's nurse double-D, sometimes there's me cooking in the kitchen, sometimes it's just Dawn and I yammering. So, you know, they say you're supposed to stick to one topic, but Christ, I can never remember what topic I'm on, let alone stick to it. So, anyhow, consistency. Well, maybe consistency would be more uploading more frequently, you know, like I like to do it, upload for 7 o'clock in the morning. That's about as consistent as I can get because I just don't know what date I'm going to do it on or anything like that. But as we get more of you guys that are conversing with us and giving us some of your input, thank you, Henry, by the way, and with more the input, it kind of gives us a little bit easier direction too, right? So, I mean, over on the, no, let's not go there. Well, maybe we should, over on our OnlyFans. Like that's completely different altogether. So, okay, so now that we have this here like this, here, and I'll just use this, okay? Now I'm gonna get a fork, and I'm gonna fork it. Just go like this. Little dealy bobbers like this, each one, flatten it out. Kind of like peanut butter cookies actually, very similar. But I'm hoping these ones are, okay, I go like this, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so now, hold on, we got more to come. Where is it? I don't know where they are. Here they are. We got these little things that go on top. Why do they make these things so hard to get into? I'll never know. Nothing is harder to get into than a pill bottle. You ever tried to open one of those things? There we go. Oh, now see the little, no, balls. Little balls. Oh. And just stick one in there, one there. So, hello, Gary. He's the Cooking with the Naked Bear guy. And he was one of the viewers here that has contacted us, and he kept in contact back and forth, you know, little emails. So he's got a channel here on YouTube. So that's Gary. And I'd like to give each and every one of you a shout out, but I have to build up a rapport so I know who you are, right? And, so you just feel free to email or comment. Or I'm starting to do stuff over on the community page on our community board or whatever it is. Just it's kind of like tick 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 click writing. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should just do one on there? Kind of looks boring, doesn't it? Maybe we'll put a couple more on, like maybe more than one. How about 5? Looks like jumping. Looks like jacks now. There. What do you think? Can you see that? Oh, I know. Well, maybe 1 was better. I'll just do these ones. How about that? But I have a lot of these little balls. They have them in silver, and they have them in pink, and they have them in, well, you name it, they have them in all the colors. Oh, okay, that's it, that's all. I'm gonna take these. See, some of them have lots on, some of them only have one on. What I like to do when I'm cooking a different recipe of the sugar or the shortbread cookies is a cherry, like a glacé cherry, and I'll take it and cut it in half and put it in there. And then I'll take two little leaves of the green cherry, and I'll make a little poinsettia. But that's not going to happen today. Just not going to. So, there. Look at. Okay, so I'm going to go turn on the oven, which I should have done earlier, but oh no. I turned this on, and next thing you know, the oven's still cold. So I'm going to go turn it on, and when they come out of the oven, I'm going to show them to you. And let's hope to God that they're just tickety-boo, okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh yeah, subscribe. Just take the time and do the subscribing thing, because, well, I'm not going to tell you the secret right now, but anyhow, it's a secret. So if you subscribe, it'll be really good for us too. And what else was, oh yeah, and Patreon. We have some stuff over there on Patreon, and it's so nice that you come over and give us a hand with our channel. Try to say that in one breath. Yeah, okay. So anyhow, talk to you in a bit. Mwah. Love y'all. Thank you for watching, and Merry Christmas. Wait till they come out of the oven. Not only that, wait till she sees the mess I've made. Oh, thank God, tomorrow's cleaning lady day. So, okay, later. Adios. So, here they are, fresh out of the oven. The pan is still hot. There's the brown around the edges, so you know they're done. And I hope you like this recipe. I'll put it in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. It's really a lot of fun making these videos for you. And feel free to subscribe.